good, get good and ready for this diss track's heavy. Pixel Zero's on a roll, lady. Welcome to this channel of many. I hope you're ready to get mad, because that Fortnite game is sad. Before you get twisted, little brat, Micah did nothing wrong, how about that? Oh, hey, are you mad? Well, sorry, that's sad. If that stuff was good, I couldn't tell, oh well. How about not everything's about just you? Don't care for your opinion, get schooled. Playing soccer as a car is dumb fuel. There is more to life than the best shoes. Ketchup makes disgusting goo. Q-dough is not Mexican food, too. So sit back and enjoy. Garage Hell Scream is in command. Like and subscribe before I deploy, because I don't give a I am. Oh, hey, are you mad? Well, sorry, that's sad. If that stuff was good, I couldn't tell, oh well. For you that are gonna say Sigma, hey, bet you will die sooner or later, ma. I want good games now, not that Roblox. That's all that's played by broccoli tops with brain rot. Hey, it's okay if you like it so much. Yeah, if you like it so much, why don't you marry it then? Yeah, why don't you marry it then? Oh, hey, are you mad? Well, sorry, that's sad. If that stuff was good, I couldn't tell, oh well. So sit back and enjoy. Garage Hell Scream is in command. Like and subscribe before I deploy. Now I won't get Pixel Zero, I am. So sit back and enjoy. Garage Hell Scream is in command. Like and subscribe before I deploy. Now
oh, I changed the color. Let me get it back. There we go. I think it was that one. I think that's what we went with. I'm wearing an ugly Christmas sweater right now because it's a little chilly in my basement. No other reason for it. Just deal with the clash, alright? Okay, we are... And I put rudimentary clothes on my character because I'm in admin mode, first of all. It's not my, like, character that I play around with. This is just my admin test things character. Nothing special here. Sorry, I've been coughing all weekend. I might just have to muscle through that one. But what I'm going to be testing is PvP stuff. Like, how far does a treb shoot? Does it matter anymore what ammunition we put in it, how far it shoots? Because they updated the engine. The splash damage has probably also been updated. So we're going to see how far a bomb blows up. Things like this, how much damage does it do and why, and how's that all calculated now with the new engine? That's all stuff we had figured out for years, and it's probably all changed. A lot of it's probably the same. But hey, every time there's an update, we'll update if we know about it. Okay, that's where I'm at. Alright, so they made an update a while back to where you could not have a ceiling on your place where you're keeping your trebuchet. I got a ceiling on it. But before I show this firing, because it might blast out a piece of the ceiling because I was able to do that, we're gonna fire the one up top. Whoa! I was inside my character. Creepy. Alright, what am I... I'm carrying one more thing than I should, huh? There we go. Okay. Let's go to creative mode. I get all the way up here. I built... Sorry. I built the thing as tall as the skybox. As tall as it would let me build a treb. This is the absolute height limit that somebody could possibly treb your base with. Oh, hold on. Let me get the chat sorted out, actually. Hold on. Alright. There we go. We're good. Yep, so if somebody's gonna treb you, this is the highest up they could possibly do it. Now, we gotta use demon fire orbs, because I think it's so far away we're not gonna see it blow up. If we don't. Like, we won't see a boulder hit anything, because it'll despawn from how far it's shooting. But if we look at our map, we're right here. And I believe we can shoot all the way down the grid here. Straight down at that door. And we're going to land right about there with our demon fire orb. And I think that is the max distance you can possibly shoot. We are going to do more testing than that, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be what it is. Alright, I got it in there. Is it loaded? I think it's loaded. Reload it. Probably loaded. Right? Yeah, it's gotta be loaded. Alright, pole! Where is it? There it is. Get it going down there. Yeah, there we go. You saw it land there, huh? Well, there it is. And I gotta count that distance, but I think it's safer to count this as a grid length rather than the overall foundation distance. So somebody can shoot a grid length away. Pretty much. Let's pull this up so you guys can see for comparison. I was right there, and I shot at this very shallow angle through this grid down to here. That's about one grid that you can shoot away, assuming perfect conditions, the grid's perfectly flat, low enough, you can get your treb high enough that you can shoot across it. Okay, so let's get something a little more hard evidence as how far our treb shoots. We'll shoot from flat ground to flat ground. Thing looks like a road shadow from that treb tower. Like a highway going through there. Oh, happy Mother's Day, by the way. Okay, so we gotta... turn the treb around. It's not the way it needs to face. I think they're automatically set. 45 is probably the furthest you can possibly fire the thing horizontally. You can mess with the firing angle, but like I said, I think 45 is going to be the best. Okay. This one doesn't have ammunition. Let's spawn some in. Wow. Oh, here we go. We gotta spawn some stone in. And then Maybe a demon fire barrage. Counterweight. Let's make a few of those. Oh man. Okay. Let's open the door. Just to be safe. It's loaded already. Let's fire it. Yeah, I think it just hits the Alright, very interesting. Well, here's what we're gonna do. And we'll take the other one out if we have to. Alright, let's see if it can go through that little window there. Yeah, it can. Okay, so you can build like a little door up there and open it, and you could just fire the stuff out. Like, I could have put the gate up there again, and it could have shot out the gate. But I didn't look at how far that goes. I'm gonna have to redo it. Alright, let's disable auto close. Keep the door open. Okay. Alright, looks like it hit on that little ridge of this hill right here. Alright, so it hit, looked like right here where this stick is. So that would be, let's go ahead and put a marker. That's about how far that thing shoots flat. That's pretty good, actually. You can, here, let me go ahead and pop into the map. It looks like you're not quite, I would say you're about shooting half of the distance without building your treb all the way up into the heavens. So that's fairly economical in my opinion if you're gonna just shoot flat at somebody's base. Like, look, the treb is not even spawned in, and you could be hitting somebody's base. Okay, so it's pretty much at if you're on low settings, and I mean the lowest settings, and you have a NVIDIA card, so you can turn on some of the NVIDIA graphics saving stuff. You could do this. All right. Let's load it with something else. Just because. And I did not turn building damage on, I don't think. So we'll do that here in a bit. Fire that. See if that's roughly... Yeah, that looked like it exploded roughly where I thought it was going to. Maybe even went a little further. Like right there. Okay. Okay, so half a grid, flat pathway to your target. Full grid if you're built all the way up on a tower and the max limit of the box. Is, I guess, the rough estimate here. I would count the foundations, but there's really too many to count. I originally put them there thinking I was going to count them, but it's better just to speak of that in grid terms, because you're not going to build foundations up to your enemy's base to measure it. All right. We got to turn building damage on somehow. You look at the settings. See, why does it do this? Every time I come into the settings, this is why I put clothes on my character, by the way. Usually I don't bother, I'm just testing things. But I figure I should, because I've noticed that anytime I come into the settings menu, it makes my character naked. Even if I didn't set it that way. Maybe it's because I have this setting on. Maybe I'll turn that to none. Maybe that'll help it. Alright, we don't have no ownership. Let's see. Am I not seeing it? PvP maybe? Timer should PvP enabled, yep, there we go. Can damage player owned structures, yes. Dynamic. If this is flagged, players can attack and destroy other player structures while any building's owner, clan, or individual is online for the time specified by the dynamic. Oh, okay, so that's some way to keep people from offline raiding each other. I don't care. Alright. We're not going to time restrict anything. That would be dumb. Server needs to be restarted for the changes to apply. I guess, but hey, hold on. The server... Alright, hold on. I gotta go to... I can't play the music. So I gotta kill desktop audio. We're gonna kill desktop audio, and then I'm gonna restart it. Because it copyrighted my last video for the beginning music. So we're gonna quit. Exit to main menu. We're in admin mode, okay? Normally I'll do stuff on a PvP server, but if I'm testing stuff like this, I'm gonna do it in the admin mode there. It's hard to line guys up on the server to help me with things. It'd be nice to have somebody else kind of sit there and let me hit them to see what did what, but... Alright. Settings... See, nah, look, it's back. Make me admin. PvP enabled. And damage player owned structures. Okay. Where is it? See, it's still doing this. I don't know why. And look, I don't want it to seem like I mind. It's just for streaming reasons. I can't show that on YouTube without being put into a whole nother category of things. So... ah. Sorry. Alright, it's loaded already. Go into creative mode. I might need to be out of creative mode. There's no way they didn't break stuff. Am I getting damage over here? Alright, well, let's make sure it lands squarely on it. Yeah, it is turned a little bit, isn't it? No, it's turned too much. There we go. Alright. It's still shooting to the right there. Oh. I just realized I forgot to re-enable desktop audio. There you go. Not that it mattered too much. Okay. Thing to barely bump it. I bet it's creative mode is why it's not doing the damage to the structure. Are we serious? There's no way it's still shooting over that way. There we go. Okay, it is doing damage. Now we can see about how far it goes. Okay. Wow, I'm actually surprised. Maybe it was doing damage to these things down here before. Alright. That's pretty far. You can't even see any evidence of treb over there. Alright, the second thing I gotta test is just due to the design of the treb house itself. I need to put some fencing up. I need to do some stuff to see exactly what I could get away with. So if I had fence up right here, and then let's say I had some of that, and a little bit of that. What would I get? Can I shoot through that slot? Let's try boulder first. I don't want to destroy the entire base. Yeah, okay. What exactly did I hit? Okay, looks like I hit that ceiling piece. That's weird that it broke the other ones. Very interesting. Huh. Okay. Try that. Oh, it still slaps it right off of there, huh? Okay, so what it did was slap that edge off of it, so it wants to come out through that way. Or if we could fire another one and clear it. Okay. Oh, okay. So if I do anything, I have to make a pathway for that. Well, it's gonna be hard, but it's not impossible. I could maybe build the fence up. Let's try that. 8. Is that what we're thinking right there? And then something like this. You get more stone. Nope. That wall at least is not allowed to exist in the way that it is. Okay, let's see if it even got hit over here. That wall's fine. Okay, that's weird splash damage that's going on. All right. I'm using sandstone, obviously, so I can see where stuff breaks. Whereas if I use some tier 3 stuff, it would probably just bounce the boulder off of it a few times. It'd be harder to tell where things are going. Alright, well that shot out through there. I'm dead certain if I put a wall up, it's gonna not cooperate with me. Yeah, if I do that, I'm certain that's gonna break, but we'll try it. Yep. Boom. It broke the fence below it too, somehow. I think whenever the boulder detonates, it actually does some splash damage. I think that's new. How it used to work before was the boulder, if it was able to delete a tile piece, it would just stop its existence. If it couldn't delete the tile piece that it hits, it would bounce off of it, and then, you know, in the act of bouncing, it would do reduced damage to the second thing it hits, and then so on. Until it's just not dealing damage. Or there's a limited amount of bounces, like 3 or so. Alright, let's try... Let's see if I can do... this? Can't get another one on there, can I? Oh, well... It's weird. It looks like it should build out a little further. I guess like that, yeah. Yeah, I figured it was gonna blow that right up. Okay, well, it's kind of non-negotiable. You need that distance right there. So that leaves a good little spot where somebody could just kind of, if they were agile enough with a bat demon, they could get in there. Or they could climb down from the top of your base. I guess the best thing you could probably do is if you're gonna build... The problem that I have with this is if you're gonna just build a treb base that goes out this far, why are we bothering to do all kinds of other shenanigans? Like, you might as well put the treb up higher is the thing. Then somebody could fly right down onto the top of it. That's why, but if somebody flies down to the top of it anyways, they could kind of easily skate down and get inside of here. Guess you just gotta choose what you want to do. Start pulling all your treb supplies out. throwing it on the ground. It does seem like they buff the amount of damage that boulders do. So that's very interesting. So a boulder will just delete a sandstone piece on contact. That didn't always used to be the case. You'd fire like 4 of them. 3 or 4 of them to do that. I guess it could hit it. We'll see. Oh, it cleared it. Well, I don't see it. Guess it didn't really render in. I don't know how long this stream's gonna be. I might test a few more things. Might save some things. But I got a good idea for, I guess, a treb-based tower build thing. Alright. What do I want to do? I guess I could do, that I already... Is it all strength? Why did I do that? So I could reset them. Yeah, there we go. Let's do authority all the way. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna be corrupting it. Not sure I want to lose well-trained, though. And then... vitality, all the way. Yeah, I'm gonna be corrupting it also. And glutton for punishment. I can get second perk in this. Dead shot. What is this one? Defensive posture, I don't care. Probably gonna need grit. Definitely endurance. Okay, so I'm thinking that's how we're gonna go with it. And then I need to corrupt myself. Soul essence. Oh, it'll let me. Well, no, hold on. Why can't? Is it because I didn't do sorcery? Oh, I don't have the corruption, that's right. We gotta do corruption stuff. Oh, I can just spawn in the Black Feather Helm. I thought it would corrupt me more than that. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do authority, because that's the one I wanted to do. Frenzy. Flesh bond. Damage taken by you is split between you and your followers. Yes, one of the best in the game. Devour, damage up while your followers heals you. And then Demon Lord, while dealing damage, there's a chance for an uncontrolled demonic entity to appear to attack your foes temporarily. Yes. That's all I can do. Just throw this stuff out. I don't know how I got that stuck in my inventory. I need the gear. Maybe it's called something else. I don't remember what it's called. Dang it. Might have to do that part of it later. Oh, jeez. I'm coughing way too much. I almost didn't stream because I thought I'd be coughing too much. It'd probably been a better idea if I just saved the stream for later. It's been a while. I've been off camping. Alright, we need explosive jars. Back to the admin panel. Explosive. Carrying too much to get out of the way. Well, in creative, I was able to blow stuff up, so let's... Ah! Oh, that was practically nothing. There's no way that the explosive jar barely does anything. Okay, it will break, but oh man, before the initial explosions would destroy that stuff. It's just sealing material. Okay, so explosive damage did travel a little bit through things, which that's a little strange. Not completely. I've seen it before, but not that reliably. So the burn damage has been cranked up. The explosion damage has been tuned down. So now I would say it's maybe half and half. Now that I know what to watch for, I'm gonna have to go and test it again here. Where we at? Where we at? Okay, so in the spot. No, okay, so I think that's just overall damage from explosions is tuned down. Because like I said before, this should have just obliterated this in one bomb. this sort of epicenter here, it breaks pretty quick. Alright. I will say though, the damage distance for explosions has been reduced. Because now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 tiles away from a bomb gets damage. It used to be 8 or 10. So yeah, they've been tuned down. So it's exactly enough damage to destroy 1 sandstone tile. So that means it does 7,000 HP of damage. And it's done. So if you want to blow up a black ice foundation, which it's not that black ice is the best, it's just it's one of the tier 3 building blocks here with a lot of hit points. All the tier 3 building foundations have the same. It's 100,000. You put a... How many times can you divide 100 by 7 there? And that's how many bombs you're going to have to use. So you're going to need... Oh, geez. Alright, so... That is... I used to teach math. I'm going to be teaching it next year, too, so hold on. The 15... I want to say roughly 15, 14, somewhere in there. Am I practicing to obliterate the PvP servers? Hey guys, hey! Oh, Mox! Yeah, so we are doing some testing. In the beginning of the video, we found out how far trebs shoot since the update, and it's really far. I mean, it was really far before. And I don't know, because I hadn't really messed with trebs in years anyways, but it seems like they're tuned up. Like, the damage from trebs is a lot higher than it used to be. Damage from regular bombs is down. 7,000 damage from one bomb, that's it. Used to be more like 15, from what I remember. Alright. Yeah, and distance damage traveled from bombs is down. It's been cut in half. It went from 8 to 10 to 4 or 5. And maybe that's because they've been sticking dragon powder in the chests for dungeons. Trying to think of something else to test here. Oh, I know what we need to test. We need to test explosive arrows. See what those do now. Payment panel. Reach. It really doesn't matter. I could have used a regular hunting bow. Explosive arrow, and then gas arrows. Yep, that's what we're doing. We're gonna try both. Just you know, we're gonna science it over here. But yeah, typically when I raid bases, it's explosive and gas, just to not waste the explosiveness of it, because the gas is super cheap to make. As you'd expect. And then, okay, so we'll switch between the arrows. I need to put these here, those there, or something. So when I have it out, I can swap between the two. There we go. Alright, what do we got? That's kind of what I expected. These have been fairly weak. But well, we should get a 1/10 of 7,000 damage if they're going to stay proportional to the amount you make from one dragon powder. No, wait, do you make 5 or 10? I forget. Ah. Don't scare me. Get out of here. You're in your underwear. You can't come over here.
Daddy.
What? You gotta go potty before you go to sleep. Okay?
Don't sleep. That's what you.
You gotta go potty before you go to sleep. That's what you're gonna do. Yes.
I'll shoot.
Well, you can't. You're in your underwear.
Boys can go in our underwear when the dad.
You can't go on live TV in your underwear.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can.
Yes.
Go.
I have 2 TV.
So I can see what I'm doing. Get out of here. Go. Go upstairs.
Is that hot?
No, it's not hot. Go upstairs, though.
Go forward.
Okay. Sorry. Alright, so we worked what looks like 2,500 damage out of that one. And then let's go over here and do the recommended combination of explosive and gas arrows. I recommend this too. So, shoot one, let it burn a little bit. See if this still does this thing. Oh, hey, look, the explosive damage from that traveled pretty far. Now I forget where the middle one is. Oh, that's gotta be it. Alright, that's a little better. A little better than letting it burn down. But I think if you were timing it exactly right, you'd get it... You'd maybe get it down to 2,000. If you timed it perfectly. You had perfect timing. So it would take you about 2 explosive arrows and 1 gas arrow to blast through your sandstone ceiling. Pour myself a drink. Come on. My kids call this a root beard. Well, that's fine because I have a beard. Oh, Mox here. He raided my base, by the way, in chat over here. This Mox, you raided me, man. I don't really care. They wiped the server like right afterwards. Yeah, so you raided me, and I had the devs update the game so that they had to wipe the server anyways. Honestly, the devs don't even talk to me. I've talked to devs maybe one time ever, and I guarantee you they don't remember who I am. Alright. So, that's that with explosive arrows and such. Well, okay, hold on. Let's try it the other way around. 'Cause I've not attempted this in a bit. Let me get to a nice pristine piece of sandstone ceiling tiles. And I'm pretty sure this is not going to work as good. But if I shoot the gas arrow first, and then I shoot the explosive arrow, maybe you have multiple people shooting at the base and it's just kind of jumbling together of gas and explosions. That's happened before. People in the clan doing it. This is pretty much just the gas explosion damage that we're looking at. That's pretty good. So that's comparable to where the explosive arrow by itself does it. It just burns it all into once. Okay. And it spreads the explosion out really far. So, I mean, it's kind of useful. Okay. New engine, though. New engine comes new responsibility. Gas arrows can be sort of multiplied, right? So, normally in the old engine, this would calculate the explosion as being somewhat smaller. And in the spot you shoot the explosive arrow. So maybe it's the same. Oh, wait. So I can only have one gas cloud out at a time now? That's new. Used to not be able to do that. Okay, but so truly I would need other clanmates to be shooting gas arrows as well. This should have made at least 4 to 5 gas clouds before it started deleting them. Okay, so maybe if they're far enough apart, you can have multiple ones. Yes, yeah, sadly, but we wait you back on server. It's getting more populated. Yeah, so, I think I'm still on the server, and I did a video, right whenever the new engine launched, like the day that we got the server up and wiped or whatever. And, that video was my best live stream that I had ever done while I was off. But anyways. Yeah, we're back. Back and reconnected. That's not gonna work, so we don't have to worry about it. I could test the different types of ammunition in the treb, but I might save that for later. I want to see how long I've been streaming. The idea from this stream is just to make a couple shorts on how far a treb shoots. How much bomb damage does. That kind of thing. I'm trying to think of something else to do. Got pretty far doing that. Might just call it. Where are we at? Oh, we're about an hour in. Oh, no. We gotta test the orbs. That's right. What was I thinking? Demon fire. Did I not spell it right? Fire. Filter of firewall? There it is. Oh, it's not all one word. Okay. And whatever happened to Firespark? I don't see him making videos anymore. Is Firespark not around anymore? Am I just out of the Firespark circle now? I can't imagine that I would be. Oh, man. He doesn't PvP though, so you wouldn't see him making a video like this. Alright, so we're still gonna use the gas arrows though, because it doesn't matter. He's making Windrose gameplay videos? Okay. I thought about it, but there's several key things that upset me about Windrose. Just videos. Oh, okay. He's not live streaming, is what you mean. Whoa, okay, so the Demon Fire Orb does better than the plain Jane Explosive Arrow by itself. Alright. So your Demon Fire Orb, better than an Explosive Arrow as far as damage to a base done. Now, I gotta see exactly how many of these things can we just rain pain down at once. Okay, so it looks like about 5. And if I boom, blow them all up at once, what happens? Did they all get damage? Get the explosive, extra special explosive damage? Oh, that one's still going. I think we did. I think we double damaged it that way. Okay. So, you know what? Demon Fire Orbs, new meta? I'm not even kidding. I think Demon Fire Orbs are going to be a new meta. You get up on top of somebody's base, and you just start, you know, crapping the Demon Fire Orbs down on top of them, like so. You just, I'm just gonna lazily... Because you can make hundreds and hundreds of these things easily now because the demon vendor guy, he gives you 100 of these just for some blood. Like of the volatile glands. So imagine just getting 100 explosive arrows for handing somebody 500 plant fiber, and that's pretty much what's going on. And you just sit there and... So, cave bases, might have a bit of an issue unless you can get that drawbridge in there just right. You're gonna have to come outside and be fighting people. You can't just, expect them to run out of bombs. Now you could do a max height pillar base. Now that'd solve your problem. Then you'd be weak against being trebbed, it looks like. How much one orb is making damage? Okay, let's look at that again. I think I just ran out of my... Yeah, I did. Hold on, I'll get more. Getting more. Nope, there it was. Alright, so we got a pristine tile here. And I'm telling you, this is like 5,000 damage guaranteed, probably. And if I'm split between two... It looks like it's proportional to the amount that's on the tile, so you can completely cover a tile and maybe get more. Alright. I'm gonna say there's a 500 difference here. So if we got this tile completely ensnared in the explosive area darkness, we'd have 500 extra damage on it. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so we get... Looks like... not quite. 4,000? Almost 4,000? Let me get it all on top of a tile. That's not good enough. There, that's better. Yeah, we wait. But yes, this is comparable to the explosive arrow. It's better. Oh, alright, it's reliably... whatever that is, that's like... oh man, that's like 620... So... 3,620... damage. Whereas the explosive arrow... You'd want to be combining this with gas arrows, by the way. Obviously. Oh, I already did one there, did I? Oh, I didn't do one here. Let's shoot it. Feels more awesome to shoot it, though. But I just thought of maybe the orbs, they're more carry weight. So it'd be hard. You could take a stack of 100 explosive arrows pretty easily. Maybe 100 orbs is going to be different though, because the carry weight's going to bother you. Yeah, look, the orb does better. This is like 2,400. 2,381, I guess, something like that for the explosive arrow. You do more damage with the orb. Okay. Now, there's some crazy ammunition that I'm not used to in this thing. Ironstone boulder. Oh, it's just raw, too. You don't even have to make it into... Oh, I have to put steel fire. Was this a steel one? Smelted iron siege boulder. And a regular one. Okay. Burning siege boulder. Alright. Just tar. Tarred rock. We're gonna have to go build some tier 3 over here where those are landing. What is going on? Stop going on the corners. I'm confused on why this is not working right now. Oh, did I pick a corner one? Because now we have corner ones and non-corner ones. Okay, I need a center one. There we go. Doesn't matter. Okay. I want to try the burning one. And, let's see, tar. And then we get, well, we might as well have grabbed star metal while I was at it, right? I did that. Well, I don't know. Oh, because metal has the... Well, no, star has tar in it. That's probably way too much. And then steel fire, right? Why am I not seeing it? There it is. All right, we can make anything now. Load it. Fire it. I don't really notice anything going on. Oh, okay, so I guess it hit right here? That was dumb. Okay, don't use that one. That one sucks. How much damage was that anyway? It's not even 10,000, 5,000 damage flat. All right, you might as well just use your regular boulder. Regular boulder does at least 7,000 flat. It was weaker than a regular one. All right. Let's try star metal. And here's why. Usually, you don't need star metal past making like a couple sets of tools in your refrigerator. And I don't know, like 100 bars set aside for your guildies that just, or clanmates that just need to spend half an hour making a set of armor. So I don't do that. I summon my armor. And if I make tools, I'm done with the star metal, and then I'll go mine. When I go in to get star metal, I'm getting all the star metal that exists in the whole north. I'm not leaving any for anybody else. So I'm coming back with all the star metal. I'm not even going to use it all. So the rest of it, I used to just turn into arrows. But now we can make siege boulders. So maybe that's a better use for it. There it goes. Boom! Kinda made a little spark when it hit the... Did it punch a hole, maybe? Alright, alright. It did more damage. Just 20,000 damage. So that's decent. Okay, well. I need to just do a demon fire barrage, because that's... I think it's 3... Could be 2 bombs. I don't remember what you need to craft it, but... I knew I could spend hours doing this. Alright, it looks like 3 bombs. Pretty sure it's something like that. You actually need to spend crafting it. Okay, let's see how much damage that does. Like it hit maybe over here. Oh man, you would annihilate a base. You send 2 of those and you're through stuff. Okay, so you're gonna do 50,000 damage with those. So yeah, you send 2 of them, you're through pretty much anything. Okay. Those have been buffed. They used to do pathetic damage. They'd put a lot of fire all over everything, but the damage was just pathetic. You were better off just drilling a hole with regular boulders than using those demon fire orbs, unless you had people set up to just sit there and shoot out the fire and take your time. Okay. I don't know, the rest of these... You almost want your iron, and I'm going to tell you why. This would be a dumb thing to load into your treb. 75 iron by itself is fine. That's not what I mean. I mean, sustained siege, where you're just sitting here shooting it like it's, I don't know. Shooting it like it's 1776 and the British are coming or something. Alright, and you're sailing up in the boats and you're trying to tower defense them down, alright? You don't want to be spending the iron doing that. And I'll tell you what, you definitely don't want to be spending steel fire doing this. So, your real option is star metal. And the good old... Oh, it shows you right here. 2 explosive jars and some twine. Your good old demon fire barrage. So, the reason why this is good is because both of your bombs that you would have otherwise had do only 14,000 damage by themselves. You stick them into the treb, and now you're dealing 50,000 damage. What was that? Oh, hey there! Oh, okay. Why does it look like it's mashed together? John Cashman. The N and the C in that name, that's why I was double taking that for a second. It looked like it was all the same letter. I had that tiny text in this little... I have a little old security guard monitor I bought out of somebody's trunk in a parking lot. Is what I'm using for my other monitor system here. I need to get something better. It's terrible. I can barely see anything on here. It's got like a ghost of a business in a hallway that I'm like watching. It's been staring at forever. That just doesn't exist anymore. It's creepy. I'm kidding. It's not that bad, but it's close. Anyways, it's going great there, John Cashman. I'm just, I'm getting some Conan testing in. And, we're probably coming up on the end of the stream soon, to be honest with you. Oh, I need to get sorcery going on this character for other reasons. I don't know if I've ever been to the sorcery cave on this character. I probably have. In fact, no, hold on. I know exactly where I need to be. I'm pretty sure I have some kind of weird base set up over here. There it is. This I was using to test some kind of weird build, and then I had a whenever you could summon the little demons, the big demon, I was testing him over here, see what he was gonna do. Now, did I pretty sure I got all of that. Staff. I didn't know there was these different arcane staves. Not sure they do anything different. I mean, they just look different. There it is. I don't know why I didn't see that. Let's see what we got here. Only 3 of them? Yeah, we're gonna have to learn the rest of them.
Fliggeth.
Just got home from the hospital when I had a stroke and just got home. Only have one hand. Oh my god. That's crazy, John Cash, but I hope you're alright. I had a, maybe it make you feel better. I had like an old military veteran guy. It was one of my students' parents. He had a stroke and he didn't know like where he was or what was going on. He couldn't like move his body at all. He knew that he had a stroke and that he wasn't in combat anymore, but like you couldn't reliably ask him what year it was. And I had him staying with me down here in the basement. We were providing a place for them to live because I think they were struggling with maybe the medical bills or something like this. And I would have to like pick him up because he could not move anything other than maybe his arms. Like he couldn't move his legs or anything. So I'd have to pick him up and then like set him on a bed and like set him in a wheelchair and things like this. He was that way for it seemed like a while, but it wasn't as long as I pretty much expected him to be that way. You know what I mean? I was expecting him to be that way forever. And they moved out like within a year or so. And then he got better whenever they moved out eventually. But I took him to the hospital because he had some kind of issue. We had to take him to the hospital for. And I got him there, and the nurses were like, "Hey, do you know this man?" And he was like, "I've never seen that guy before in my life." I was like, "Okay, man, I've just been sitting you in your wheelchair for like every day this year." But he had a stroke. That's why he was acting like that. He got better. Like I said, he was walking. He was using like his hands, and he pretty much got back to normal. So that's the. I mean, if you're feeling messed up now, I think you'll at least, you know, there's something where you can get better. Like if you only got one hand, I'm sure you eventually. I mean, it won't be right away maybe, but eventually you'll be able to use the other one. I'm pretty confident. I'm sorry to hear that. It really sucks. It's a good thing that you're alive, though. That's good. That guy, he said he didn't like staying here because it reminded him of being in a bunker. He was trapped in a bunker or something. He was for some reason I think he's a tank operator. But he had gotten a bunker caved in on him. And he was stuck there for a while in some kind of combat zone. Okay, what are we at now? I guess I gotta get out of creative, don't I? That's okay, Cashman. I don't mind. I do like to chat, but I completely understand. Alright, feathers and intestines. I'm just gonna have to be spawning things in. But I will say, I know you only got use of one hand there. They did update Conan Exiles to where you can play on both maps. And at the same time, like, you just talk to a guy and he fast travels you to the other map. It's crazy. I haven't even done it yet, but it's gonna be cool. I should do it on stream just to proof of concept it. Alright, we need sorcerer spell pages. I don't think you could do this encumbered, so I'm gonna have to drop a bunch of this. Got that glitched item in my inventory. Oh, what else is in here? Oh, all these? There we go. I am worried about a couple people that I don't really see in my my chat anymore. Like, for example, Springs. Like, I hope he's all right too. You know, come to find out you got a stroke, and these other people, you know, maybe they maybe the reason they're not coming in is like maybe something bad happened. That would suck. When you get around to it, Cashman, if you don't mind, type in how old you are. I want to know how worried I need to be about my own stroke situation. I have acquaintances actually die of this. 40? Oh man, buddy, I'm like right there with you almost. That's crazy. And I teach a school. These kids are gonna give me one. I didn't even look at what I needed. Hold on. Got me freaked out now. Alright, glowing goop and savory flesh. Oh, there it is. I'm allowed. I don't know about that. Like, every day for the last 3 or 4 years, I feel like I'm about an inch away from death. That's just how I feel inside. Like, I got a lot of push through sort of mentality where I can get a lot done regardless of how much of a skeleton I may seem like on the inside to myself, you know? Alright, what's next? Human flesh and volatile glands. I guess I spelled it wrong. Ball. Voila, not volley. Oh, that's way too much. I mean, yeah, I guess I don't smoke or anything like that, but I feel like I do. Like this cough that I got, usually I'll get that cough that'll be, I'll cough so hard they'll throw up every 30 minutes. I did that for a whole year once. 3 years actually. Alright, so blood and brimstone. Not straight, I mean, there's a little cooling period between, but that wasn't much, it was like a couple months. Brimstone. Alright, we're gonna get much faster. We already got the blood in there, we just need an alchemical base. I don't know what I tried saying. purple lotus powder. Before I went to the hospital, I was so bad about my health, drinking 4 liters of soda, eating no veggies with dinner, so bad as long as you're... Yeah, about that. I've calmed down on the liters of soda, but, I would say I drank like a 24-pack of root beer, over the weekend, and I don't think I had any veggies over the weekend either. It was a camping trip. I had brats, burgers. Oh, I guess I had some onions on the burger. I don't dislike veggies though. I'll eat some good pan-fried green beans or broccoli, corn. I love that stuff. I'll even mashed potatoes, pretty good. I'm more of a meat person. I've been steering away from like dry bags of Doritos too recently, because I got a lot of salt, and my cholesterol I've been told is way too high. So I won't eat eggs unless there's like a really good reason, and I don't eat any kind of like packaged chip anymore if I can help it, or unless the packaged chip just has to be really dang good, like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I'll eat those. But yeah, I'm not the healthiest eater person out there either, you know. I definitely need to be out exercising instead of being down here on a computer, that's for sure. Bone meal, huh? Bone. Okay, demon blood and weathered skulls. That's crazy, Cashman. So can you move your other hand at all? You got any movement in that thing? Soul Essence, I threw it all out. Dang it, okay. I should have known. Yeah, you managed to move it a little. Okay, good. Good, good, good. You should be able to... Like, I don't think you're gonna, like, paint with it, you know, a pretty picture that rivals the Great Old Masters ever, but you're gonna... If you can move it at all, you're probably gonna be able to get right back to normal eventually. Yeah, I mean, my doc checks up on me. I've been doing that. That's how I knew I had a cholesterol problem, but I don't know how you check for maybe having a stroke. Maybe that's a cholesterol issue too. It probably is. Sacrificial blood in a flask. That should be fine. I wanted to test lightning storm with this. See if that targets player buildings at all. I mean, I've tested it before and it kind of doesn't do much. Dragon horn. It's somewhat a heart thing, high blood pressure. Okay, yeah, so I had high blood pressure too. They told me recently that my blood pressure calmed down though. That's good. I don't know, were you on blood pressure medication when you had the stroke, or? I imagine you are on it now, but then, had you known about it? Did you know about the blood pressure situation? Black blood, dragon powder, okay. Oh, you did know, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. I better watch out, I'm telling you. I gotta double down on my stuff. That's nuts. And here's the thing, so like my dad has this happen to him too, although I guess thankfully not to the extent that you or my the dude that I helped out momentarily. He just, you know, he had like a droop on the side of his face that I think he's kind of over now. But yeah, he was 60 plus, you know, and then we gotta sit here 40 years old almost. Well, almost for me. I'm not quite 40. I'm like, I can throw a rock and hit 40. All right, but still. And then we gotta sit here and get all this. That's crazy. Fragments. I think it was fragments in black blood, but I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Witchfire. Alright, this should be the last one. Oh, and I'll be able to test if you can sorcery port to Sipta. We can do that. We can do that this stream. Okay. I guess it's PvP related, isn't it? Alright. Witchfire powder. That's where I'm at. Which one I'm doing? Witchfire. There we go. And enter creative. Go ahead and get all this going. And then I'll set the... Oh yeah, that would be great to know. You mean use sorcery teleporters to travel between maps? Yes, exactly. That was my thoughts right when they announced this, is if we could do that or not. So that's kind of one of the main things I would like to be testing here. Alright, so ignite it. Okay, let's go, and I'm gonna drop out of creative to... Where am I going? Oh, okay, here we go. Beautiful sunrise, though. I love this game. This game is one of the best games ever made. And I'm reminded of Firespark leaving this game for Windrose. Now, I don't blame Firespark, but at the same time, this isn't exactly you're not gonna itch the Conan scratch with Windrose, and I'll tell you why. Conan has cooperative gameplay features beyond that of a standard cooperative game, meaning you can play this game essentially in the capacity that you could have played World of Warcraft as an MMO. Okay? Yes, there's limited slots on a server, and yeah, to some extent there was in old days World of Warcraft. You're comparing millions to maybe hundreds. The maximum slot server I've ever seen on Conan's like 200 slots, maybe 2,000 if I'm getting crazy. The theoretical upper limits of that I've seen available. I haven't seen anybody paying for that though, but you could. You don't notice in Conan the fact that there's limited server slots. And the reason you don't is because not everybody's logged in at the same time, and yeah, there could be login queues if there's a lot of activity on one server, but you could have something like 10,000 players playing on one server, on one 200 slot server. They just, you know, they live on other parts of the world and they're not all logged in at the same time. You could still see their bases there. You log off, they might decide to log in, do something. You could randomly log in at the same time, but there's always space there for somebody to be online or offline or so on. Windrose is completely... no, there's no seeing anything anybody's built. There's not a slotted server, none of this. It's just all stored on locally on your computer. Some people really like this. Alright, we're gonna go to SIPTA. And it's as easy as this, apparently. You just tell this guy you want to go to SIPTA. You don't have to give him anything. Alright, well, it's taking a while. Anyway, Windrose, a single-player game, and I did test it, and from what I could see, and granted, it wasn't the full game, but from what I could see, the game has like a Conan build system with not the amount of stuff that Conan gives you. Yes, it gives you a ship that you can sail around and shoot cannons at things, but it's just and maybe you can make your sails different colors, but all it is a ship. It's kind of a typeless ship. It's a standard piece of wood that cannons can be mounted on with some sails on it. There's nothing specific about it. It's not like a sloop, a ketch, a galleon. If you get into ships and you're about pirate stuff, which I am, it's going to irritate you that it's not doing any of these things. You're not going to come across a ship of the line. Probably, I don't know, maybe there might be like deep in the game some updates far from now that get released where you run into ships of the line. But you're never gonna pilot them. You're not gonna have them as a ship. You're gonna have that one little ship the whole game. Maybe you get better cannons to put on it, but you're not gonna ever get like better types of ships for specific and better reasons or ways you like to play the game. That's my issue with it. You want something like that, and I stand by this. Like I said in my previous videos, the best RPG... Okay, we gotta go into creative. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Enter creative. We're gonna do the transportory stone thing, and I need to put it somewhere where it makes sense. Alright, there's the middle tower. I'm bad at this map, by the way. I'll consider myself probably one of the best Conan players that has ever existed. And yes, that's an opinion, you know, and I'm sure people will crap all over it. It's just like I'd crap all over theirs if they said that. But yeah, I've done some legendary things, and the things that I've done in Conan have shaped the game and how it's been programmed. Unlike some other players, I'm not just your average player of Conan. I've actually scarred this game with things I've done. So, let's go ahead and yeah, that being said though, I suck at this map right here. Sipta, I'm not great at it. I think it's beautiful. It's a wonderful map. And I like the tower in the middle there and all the stuff that you do. It's just I'm not particularly great at this map. And I have my little routine stuff to keep me alive if I have to play here, because we're in some kind of server warfare scenario with some other clan. We're chasing all over the... But back whenever I was a server wiping guildy kind of guy. Okay. Where is it? Did I pass it? Jeez, I just feel like an idiot sometimes. Ooh. Decorations. It is in decorations. I know it is. Hold on. Source, or did they move it? They did. They put it back where it belongs. Okay. Okay. Brimstone and blood. That's what we need. Exit creative mode. Alright, let's see if this does it. You ready to break the game? Now will you look at that? Cannot fast travel right now. Okay. Oh. We're going somewhere. No way. And you know what? You don't get a crazy corruption thing from doing it either. Going back. Nice. Nice. That's Oh, dude. Okay, so this is why I was so excited. I thought you might be able to do this. Remember last stream I said I was over the moon. I was so excited that they did this and I was just having fun playing it. I didn't even go to the SIPTA map. The reason I didn't do it was because I didn't want this to not be a thing and then to find out about it. Now, it wouldn't even have mattered. I could have... Oh... I was so excited thinking I could do this. I was just gonna let myself keep believing I could, and that's why. Well, it's gonna be crazy now. You're gonna be able to chase everybody all over between two maps like it's all just one thing, really. So instead of 100% good at the game, I'm now like 75 because I was like a 50 on the SIPTA map and 100 on the Exiled Lands map. So I guess my overall threat level as a player has gone down significantly from this being a thing. But hey, it doesn't matter because I'll be having a lot of fun and maybe I'll get a lot better at the SIPTA map because of it. But what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably just going to lean hard on the Exiled Lands map. And I'll tell you exactly what I don't know how to do on this map real quick. So over here, and I believe I'm pretty close to it, we have a vault. And unlike the Exiled Lands, where I pretty much know all the dungeons that are worth anything, I don't know all the vaults that are worth anything. And you can you can mix and match different little pieces of armor all over yourself over here. And you'll be doing stuff like double jumping without the feet. I forget, you just need to have like some kind of helmet on. And it's called the Batman helmet, and you can jump like Batman or something. It's nuts. The different pieces of armor in the game will just make you immune to poison. This is how much of a noob I am. I'm not even flying right up on exactly where I thought it was. I could have swore it was right over here. Am I even going the right way? Yeah, I am. Okay, it's just a lot bigger of a map than I remember. Okay, and this vault over here that I'm about to show you guys is actually a pretty easy vault. It's not hard. But there's a lot of these. There's 13 or so of these things. They all look the same from the outside, too, so you can't really tell them apart very well. That's another thing that confuses me. Now, I don't know if that's really a me problem, or if they kind of just need to make them look more uniquely different. Here we go. Here's the vault. Enter the Elder Vault. You do not know anything about this game, Cashman? Oh, man, this game... I wish your other hand worked, buddy, because... Man, this is a really good game, I'm telling you. Best game that you can possibly play right now. And that's a very biased statement, but it's my wholehearted opinion. Is if you're gonna play a modern game, it's pretty much Conan Exiles or something somebody tried to make that didn't quite work out. And they all look like this on the inside. All these vaults. You gotta stand on these things, and these things do different stuff depending on what vault you're in. And you learn the recipe from, usually it's someplace in the middle. Not the middle, but the beginning room. And they're all kind of hidden, sort of like the underwater dungeon in the Exiled Lands. Yeah, there's different submerged rooms, and each one has its own recipe sometimes. Oh, okay, so this was it, I believe. This thing, I already possessed this knowledge. I already clicked it. It was just habit. A second nature thing that I did without even thinking about it. And this one is the imp dungeon, I think. Well, they got that guy. Open the side door here. I'm still in admin mode, so nothing's attacking me. It wouldn't really matter too much anyways, because the guys are just imps. But, that's why I said this one was an easy one. Fairly weak form of monster in the game is an imp. Got somewhat of a little imp boss for some of those. Not sure what that thing did. And here's my issue with a lot of these, is these are kind of set up like a maze. And even if I'm in admin mode, and I'm sitting here trying to find the boss, it's not very... Oh, maybe that was the one that opened. All the corridors look the same. And all the vaults are like this. The architecture of the vaults, it's all this stuff. So they're all going to look like this and have these doors that do that. Maybe not necessarily with the same symbol on the button on the floor, but... Some of them are submerged with water somewhat. Covered in, I don't know, pee. Or something like this. It's just their dungeon gimmick for Sipta. I didn't care for it. I didn't like it very much. I liked the amount of them that there was. But you're supposed to platform this or die, I believe. Okay, and they're fairly long. It does remind me, it's a little bit nostalgic of a World of Warcraft dungeon, which is the only real cool thing about it. It's just, they're all kind of clones of each other. Then you fight this dude here. I guess now's a good time to see if the undead horde will do anything. Missing sorcerers or agents X3. Okay, so I need what, 3 of them? Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this music. They're not attacking me right now because I'm in admin mode, pretty much. So don't expect that if you play this game, that the things just stand still and let you do whatever to them. They'd be treating you like they're treating my zombies right now. I'm not sure how you do an admin kill. Oh well. He drops like a helmet of some kind, if you're lucky. Or I think there's a loot treasure or something once you kill him. He's just gonna keep healing unless I keep hitting him. A half hour later, we'll find out. Got a lot of health for a imp boss. Even the imps, I guess they're elite imps, so they have 1,500 health. Normal imps got maybe 20. It's a predatory blade, so I'm using the light attacks. Well, there we go. And, okay, well, he has Eldarium for loot. Then you can stand on the thing. Oh, I hear one of my kitties. Interact. Oh, we get a little cutscene here. Do we always get this? Oh, Highness.
Lislavanda, Arzardanda, Itaminal, Sarpalroni, Lisaldar, Dinin, Alcutan, Lifiled, Liumel, Sinta, Wetterlis, Usaya.
Fled is the same.
Uta, Saiti, Irantanta, Savadira, Aumanos, Saton, Kilen, Liat Subsarvatan, and Yersantantura, Runville. Carnisa Santali.
Okay. And then here's the boss loot chest, which should have, okay, the sigil of the goblin. So yeah, you make these and then you can use them like a consumable. I think you can. See, you get the Eldarium. There should be a recipe in here. I thought, anyway. There we go. Goblin Vault Armors. Those are... Okay, these scrolls teach you that. Goblin Armory. So now you can make weird goblin stuff. Like, I think there's some kind of crazy sword you can make from this particular one as fire damage. So the weapons are really cool. I like the weapons. Okay, so yeah, Incarmine sword, a sword shaped from blood red crystal. You can make this crazy stuff in the Isle of Sipta, and now we can use it in the Exiled Lands just with impunity. So that's not the only bit to that. Like I said, that's like the easiest dungeon there is. Now, I will say, some of that nice weaponry stuff is held back a little bit by the fact that you can't do things like... You can't apply poisons to it. which isn't a big deal anymore, but it was whenever the map came out. But I'm not even sure. You might not even be able to put a modification kit on it. Alright, so I think I'll have to set up a test for Thrall build damage later. Like I said, Conan Exiles, can't recommend it enough. I'm playing on low settings, if anybody was curious why my game looks like marbled clay. It is in the Unreal 5 engine now, so if you were to play on ultra graphics, like you have a 5090 and you have a twin 5090 and you just need something to just spend that on, this game will look amazing on ultra, I imagine. And I can maybe do... Nah, it's about nighttime in the game. Where did I put my transitory stone? Over here somewhere, isn't it? Where did I put that thing? That's just a bush. Well, I don't know where it went. Oh well. Maybe it was over there where I was. Oh yeah, it probably was, because that's the pirate island over there. And I had to fly for a lot longer than I thought, which meant that I was probably crossing the elephant graveyard or something, which added that extra distance. There it is. But as far as sourcing where I get my supplies from, it's a lot easier for me to do that on Exiled Lands. But I gotta keep up with these extra items that people can wear now. So that'll be a little harder. And then, yeah, I guess in creative mode, let's see if it does it. Oh man, I'm so happy with just being able to fast port between the two like that. That's so amazing. Now all they gotta do, now what they gotta do to make everybody go crazy is they gotta come out with another map. They gotta merge it into these two, just like this. And then I'll tell you, if they really want to punch Windrose right in the nose, instead of doing that, here's what you do. You don't make another map. Just make like open sea, water or something, and then you put in pirate ships and you let each other you let them build the pirate ships with like a DLC pack or something. And you could build the whole ship and make the whole ships however you want to go then fight each other on the ships. You do that, nobody plays Windrose, everybody just plays Conan Exiles. That's just how it's gonna be. But anyways, I don't want to seem like I'm down on Windrose. I liked the game, but the best thing in the game that I didn't see in other games, for example, like the building system, Conan Exiles does that better. The ship system, well, Pirates of the Burning Sea still does a better ship system. I really liked the pirate songs though. Yeah, that was really fun. Just add more pirate songs. I guess that's what's going the best. Alright, well, still a fun game. I'm probably not gonna play it though. I wanted the multiplayer version. That's why I'm a little sour. I wanted the multiplayer version of Windrose. Everyone was just like, well, we want to do a single player things. We want to play with other people. Well, I wanted to play with other people. Alright, well, if you've liked the stream and you're not subscribed already, please subscribe and hit the like button if you haven't already. I will catch you all in the next one.